Put it in a big bucket.
No, soon you're gonna go to PetSmart and all the pets are gonna come in like Pringles tubes and like Doritos bags.
It'll be like the new, like every fast casual place is just a bunch of jaded high schoolers just throw a bunch of bullshit into a bowl for you and then you eat it like a pig.
Like it's like a Jackass video.
It's Chipotle started the whole like fast casual, just throw a bunch of shit in a fucking bowl.
It's like hot sauce and Hershey syrup. One guy blows a snot rocket in there.
They'll do it for insects at some point.
You're just there. You're just hungover. You got a bag of 7 minnows, and the guy's just looking for the barcode to scan it. And he's had so many piercings in his nose. He just doesn't have a nose anymore.
Yeah,
and he looks like he has like the Yu-Gi-Oh hair. Like all of his paychecks go to his hair.
He looks white and Japanese at the same time.
He's got gauges and like all sorts of piercings. He has so many piercings. He looks like he's been eating crickets his whole life. Yeah.
It's the same thing. If you join the army, it's a guilt-free killing. You just slay
to kill an alien.
Yeah, it's
I'd happily do that. Yeah, I can't wait to like when robots day. I can't wait to fucking just kill and rape robots.
Guilt-free.
You're gonna be Robot Hitler.
No respect for robots.
Robot Hitler.
I would be Robot Hitler. I hate hearing about transhumanism and people being afraid of it. Just unplug them, stab them, cut their heads off.
You would buy a robot dad and a robot kid so you could kill the kid in front of the dad.
I laugh. Yeah. I watched Westworld. And when I watched Westworld, I couldn't get into it because I'm like, who cares? Kill them all.
I remember you and Mark got in like a 4-hour argument.
Yep.
Because you were like, I'm gonna rape a robot in the mouth and then blow its brains out.
They were talking about Ex Machina, and I didn't. Ex Machina, it's like Oscar Isaac is this genius, and he built all these like hot robots, and he keeps them in cabinets, and he fucks them when he wants, and he lives in like the hills of Tokyo. And I was like, what's the big deal? And the whole movie was like, it's bad. Like he has this one girl in like a room, and I'm like, she's an alien, she's a robot. I don't care. Like this, I thought the guy that saves the day and releases her was a fucking dick. I was like, yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck robots. I don't give a shit about sentience. If you don't bleed, I'll kill you.
Right. And really sickly and violently.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a real life GTA character.
Yeah.
You'd go like hostile mode on a robot.
Fucking have sex with all the robots in the cabinets. Then turn them off.
Because it's not a consciousness, right? It's just a software.
No, it's made up,
It's like leaving your computer on for a really long time.
I don't care that my MacBook remembers my history. I don't go, wow, it must really weigh on my computer for it to remember. It remembers my history.
Yeah. Oh, it's all warm.
How about
right
this?
now.
I'll take my MacBook, I'll smash it to pieces. It's a dumb thing.
Yeah, Devin actually kind of destroyed that whole fucking
robots.
genre of stuff now.
It's going to be the new thing. You realize that, right?
What?
They're going to be the new thing that we have to give a shit about is robots. In 40 years, they'll be the new trans people.
Yeah, robot rights.
And we'll have to pretend. We'll have to be like, oh, it's a movement. You're a bigot. For a fucking made up thing.
Well, so Devin, how do you, with your new movement, how do you handle people becoming transhumanists though? Because like right now, people have metal bits in their knee, or people have chips in their head to help with like Tourette's. Or like eventually, we'll be merging more with a machine, and they'll also be machines.
Yeah.
How do you where do we draw the line at once it's over 50%? Is someone a computer? Or is it...
If you have a metal bolt in your knee, that's fine.
That's fine.
You're not... No camp for you.
But you're a cyborg.
You with a gun.
You're with a gun. I'm like, move your knee. All right, that doesn't sound too creaky.
You're a cyborg.
You're just slicing somebody's belly, and you're like, all right, I see guts.
If I see wires, if I cut you open and there's wires...
Yeah.
Oh, you're done for.
See,
I might make you suck me up before I kill you.
Devin said beer number 4.
Yeah. As you're coming, that's when you blow this.
And walk right away.
Right.
Yeah.
You shoot a bullet 2 inches over your dick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't care. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people acting like robots matter. All this movement, the movies.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
But that's the thing is kids in 40 years, you're going to be like the racist old guy, like shouting at like basketball players.
I know, but I feel vindicated in it.
Sure.
I feel like I'm right.
Yeah.
And I don't care. They're not people.
You're going to be the Gran Torino of robots.
I would never hurt any person.
Sure. No, I know that about you.
This is because I'm pro-human.
I know.
Okay?
I know that about you.
You know that about me. Right. It's my middle name.
No, you love
Devin
humanity.
Epiphy Costa.
You're a humanist.
I'm a goddamn humanist, not a transhumanist. And I don't like how they put trans in the word to make it so then we get looked at like we're bigots against trans people because I hate a robot. And it's all should be
duct taped with a bunch of like little bottles duct taped to his hand. And he was valiantly fighting the wolves to the death. God, I do love that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking love the Gray.
The Gray kicks ass.
Yeah.
Man, maybe it would rule to go back to being a guy who's just like, man, I'm going to go get my 2-pack of smokes and I'm going to get my 340s. I'm going to get an OE. I'm going to get a King Cobra. I'm going to get a Mickey's. I'm going to drink two and a half of them before throwing up in my bathtub. And I'm going to smoke 27 Newport non-menthol.
The amount of people in America who that's their day to day, like you ask them on like Friday afternoon at the office, so what are you doing, Frank? They're like, I'm going to go feel different for a little while. Me and the guys from the office are going to go feel good for a couple hours before it all comes crashing back down. You want to join us? We knew a guy at my fucking. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know who really has that whole life figured out though is like older Mexican guys who pay in cash at gas stations. They get the 3-pack of Tall Boys.
Yeah, and it's exactly what they're paying.
And that's exact. And then they
got it all right. And then they save the change and they get tacos out front.
Yes,
they have it all planned.
But you kind of get the feeling that those three, it's the perfect amount of booze, and that's they never go over that or under that.
No, they're like they've somehow
really
figured out how to use their money the same way we did in middle school when your mom would give you like a 20 before on like Friday.
Oh yeah,
and you'd be like, all right, I can get like some pasta, Cheesecake Factory, and see a movie. This is amazing. Yeah,
they always get drunk in town, but it was like White Women Dreads coffee shop open mic. So as people going up and being like, the police shoot a black man. Does anyone care on the news? Like that type of like spoken word poetry.
Yeah, right.
And then Ben, we were doing our sets and just bombing our dicks off because we're like, what if a dog got raped to death? And then and then Ben went up. He's like, I'm going to freestyle some bits off the dome. And he just recently broken up with a girl. And he was like,
I don't think I had a girlfriend for years. I would lose a girlfriend and then be obsessed with her for 4 years.
Yeah.
Like I'd stew like a lunatic. Mm-hmm. I'd be thinking about a girl that broke up with me in 9th grade. And I'm like, I'm 19.
I didn't want to say that, but that was what happened.
Sure.
Yeah. I was giving you... I wasn't trying to throw you under the Kool-Aid Jammers bus.
You just outed yourself.
No,
okay.
No, I used to stew like a lunatic, and now everything with me is like water off of a duck's back, and you can't hurt me. I think about one comment from 4 months ago, though, on my Twitter.
Right.
You don't think I don't think about it?
Ben, nothing.
You don't think I don't know where you live?
Nothing can bother me. I have a cork board with all the people who say mean things to me on the internet. I throw knives at it like De Niro in The Fan.
I think we all are cut from the same like infatuation cloth.
Yeah.
Where
with what?
Well, if you had a really hard time getting over a girl that like maybe you didn't really even have that much with, but you thought it had to be the thing.
We're a limerence type.
Yeah.
You're just trying to distract yourself from how depressed and miserable you are, and that you're not pouring any. You're not You know how Gracie needs a ball all the time to be happy?
Right.
You don't have any sort of creative project to focus all of your weird, passionate obsession on. So then you just focus it on a woman. That's why David Foster Wallace, tracked Mary Carr like she was a deer for like years. And it was this lady he was in love with. A lot of people don't know about this. He got like a tattoo of her, and he carved his initials into his skin and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's the type of person you need to be obsessed with a novel like Infinite Jest for 7 years to get it done.
You're not going to write a 2,000-page novel if somebody's sucking your dick regularly. That's just not going to happen.
It's true.
Yeah.
But also that kind of like she was his Infinite Jest for 3 years, and he went insane. And then he just went to. He's like, I'll just write books instead of stalking women outside of their home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then he finally got his brain, back, and he killed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got on track.
Mm-hmm.
He got enough pussy to work up the courage to kill himself, to hang himself in a garage in Santa Monica or wherever it was.
He was actually preemptively wearing a bandage forever.
That's right. You had CTE.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a bandage on because someday there will be a big hole here.
Do you think David Foster Wallace hung himself by tying a bunch of his bandanas together and throwing them up over the thing
he was
in the
escaping
barn?
from an orphanage? Yeah.
Yeah, like he was riding the rails.
Yeah. He was
Big knapsack.
hung himself with a tennis racket.
Sure. But now I'm really happy because like I have creative stuff to do.
But at that age, I think it was easy to get upset. Like, you know, I fucked this girl at work. First time I had sex
At work?
Not at work.
From work.
But we didn't
difference.
even work in the same area. Like I worked at night in the back, and she worked in the day. But then one day she came by to get something. I saw her, and then I told the guy, like, get her number from. I had some weird moment of confidence.
Sure.
And then he told her, and then she came back one night, and then like we talked for a while. Then I fucking first civilian I had sex with. I lost my virginity to a black prostitute on Burbank Boulevard. This was the first real person that was like actually attractive, and I was like, oh shit, amazing. And I like lost like a bee, like I lost my stinger in her, and I had this. I was like, oh my, yeah, that's
You were got you, but they send a guy just doing the
Don't give a qualifier. Just do it.
Yeah, whatever.
They know we're fucking retards anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they send like the Rock's dad to go kick your ass.
There, they probably do throw you like in a volcano if you're homeless.
There's a law in Hawaii that you can't lie down on the sidewalks. So I know they hate homeless people that much. Yeah.
Well,
Because they are.
how's my wife gonna get laid? What were you saying?
Doesn't make sense.
I didn't get it.
Oh, she lays on her back and just waits for someone to trip. What? How does your gal go get dick?
She ties herself to a street pole, retard.
Sorry, Devin, that was cringe.
You're cringe. This podcast is like cringe.
She ties herself to a street pole. It is funny, if you're a woman and you want to get laid, just go bury your head in the ground and pull your pants down and wait 5 minutes.
Anything.
If
yeah.
you're a woman and you want to get laid, like take a walk alone at night. Yeah.
Jesus.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's so easy for women to get laid. Sometimes they get laid when they don't want to at all.
It is true. And back in the day, they made songs about it. Like, what's that song by Patsy Cline where it's like walking after midnight? I go out walking after. That's a song about a woman wanting to get raped. I'm walking through alleys in the darkness.
'Cause
a
I got
bunch of men are staring at me.
Because I got a rape king. Don't want it to happen, but I kind of do.
I can't be open and honest about my rape king. It's 1958. I'm going walking after midnight.
Man, it really sucks because everybody... You had to live behind a wall then. Mm-hmm. Like
But imagine...
Man, what's funny is like people in the country are too retarded to like really understand depression. Mm-hmm. So to them, I think it's more like, no, dude, like I really like love really long dirt roads.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't get that they're sad. They just like I just got to get my guitar and sing about my dogs and shit. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, dog, you're really sad.
Right.
You're really sad.
They're like, you know what I love doing? I just love drinking a hand of whiskey, just driving for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it's like, dude, you have clinical depression.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you know, sometimes I get the June fever and I lay down in my bed for 18 hours a day, but
I like to get drunk and go coppermouth hunting. Just kind of hunt snakes.
They think they just have typhoid fever.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to like their subconscious is trying to get them to kill themselves. So it's like, yeah, we go down to the pond and we go gator wrestling. It's like, dude, you're trying to get your car where somebody was watching Avatar in theaters, and they're like, they uploaded it on their Instagram stories, and they said, "Bruh, movie long ahead." And they're holding a Family Guy on their phone. They're watching. They're literally holding it up underneath the Avatar screen because that's the only way they could consume a movie that costs like $900 million to make. Mm-hmm. And
they fucking think about what they're making.
The only
They
way to
smoke
not
cigarettes.
be suicidal is to be like the Ant-Man movie. The Ant-Man movie and the Cactus Jack meal.
Yeah.
And people who are into that don't want to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Because you become too retarded to want to die anymore. There truly is like a safety mechanism.
Figured out the perfect thing.
Yeah, it's the American. We talked about this. It's the American Buddha is a guy who becomes so retarded he can't conceptualize wanting to blow your brains out anymore.
Yeah, right.
Any man living in the twilight, like any gray sort of like you have to go through the darkness.
He's turned media into Xanax, basically. Yeah. He might as well be putting Baby Einstein on.
People that are too retarded to know they should kill themselves.
Yeah. And you and me as people who care about, like anybody I think who cares about media, we've turned into like McConaughey and True Detective. Where we're like, if you get the opportunity, you should take your own life.
Right. But we're at like a nice day at the park.
Yeah. No, we're kind of wrong.
We're at a child's birthday party leaning over to a guy.
Right. We're like the guy in Bird Box where we were peeling their eyes open like, no, let death.
Restricting healthcare for kids. For some reason,
No. Trans kids, you lying fucking, semantic using retard. There's no such thing as trans kids. They can't be trans. You don't make them trans. They're kids. That's like saying a lot of cowboy kids are killing themselves. You fucking moron. You can't start injecting yourself with shit that changes your whole fucking life until you're an adult. You can't even... This bitch is talking to people that can't even rent a car till they're 26. You can't go to Hertz, but you can have tits by 26 and you're a boy? You're a retard. You're fucking furthering a really, really ridiculous narrative that is hurting people. Fuck you, you fat nothing weirdo. You fucking retard weirdo. You're weirdos. You're wrong and we're right. How about that? Enough of this shit. Why am I supposed to have to keep seeing shit like this and I have to go, no, trans kids. They're kids. Trans Indians? What? Oh, trans Batmans? What are you talking about, dipshit? They're kids. They're kids. You don't have some moral high ground. There's not like a bunch of Nazis out there that hate trans kids. They literally just don't know what's going on. And I'm a normal person and I don't know what's going on. What are you talking about? You get to chop your cock off or your tits off at 18. End of story. Okay? You fucking hack Chris Farley retard. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I've been hungover all day. I've been drinking. I'm like,
no, this is fine. Patreon episode.
Now, Devin, I have to disagree with you here.
oh god! Trans kid? No, they're not kids. They're kids. They're kids. You leave them to be kids, and then when kids become adults, they start making decisions to be retarded. Let them make the decision to be retarded when they are an adult.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If my kid can't rent a fucking Mustang, he shouldn't be able to chop his cock off because he had a thought once. Yeah. Which they have every second of every fucking day.
When you're an adult, be as retarded as you want.
Exactly.
In any way you want to be.
For Christ's sake, I'm basically promoting show respect to being an adult.
Yeah.
Once you're an adult, go ahead and then respect them. Trans kids. Like, I'm so sick of hearing this thing like it's a thing. That's not a thing. You're a kid until you can make adult decisions. Like chopping your tits off. Go ahead. I don't mind if that's what you've always wanted to do. I get it. Whatever. I'm not against that. But this whole idea that you can be a kid and have any fucking foresight and think that you know what the fuck you want to be for the rest of your life, it's insane. And I don't care how I look. It's insane. And you're a fucking moron. You're a literal fucking moron if you believe that a kid can decide to change their gender at 12, at 9, at 7. Are you kidding me? They don't even eat broccoli. They won't even eat their fucking vegetables. And they're a woman now? My baby boy is a woman?
It turns out you have a trans kid. That's also-
I hate my kid!
He is like an HW kid who got his cock blown off in an oil spill, and it's I've abandoned my ball.
I've abandoned my
they them.
My they them. My gaby. I've abandoned my gaby.
Dude, I literally don't care. Like, I'm not.
My baby.
I grew up in Los Angeles. My dad wore Green Party shirts. I come from an extremely liberal family. I'm very liberal. this is another fucking realm where I have to watch this blob on TV pretend that kids, and you're acting like, oh, we have to protect kids? You protect kids, you fucking retard, you mentally ill shithead. You're the Joker without makeup. That's what you are. These people are fucking morons. They're fucking morons. And I really hope we all drown from global warming. I hope I watch her swimming in a Hurricane Katrina style flood and I don't save her because all I know that she would allow my kid to ruin their life. Is my kid a cowboy, Molly? Is he a cowboy? Give him a 6-shooter, Molly. Put him on a horse, Molly. He's 12.
It's turned the complete opposite way.
Well, I've just been phasing her the whole time. But I'm not going to turn to Devin and face him.
I'm sorry. God, I'm sorry.
It's very funny.
I know we realized it was a Patreon, so I just kind of did that.
I saw you had the floor, buddy.
This shit makes me so... I'm so sick of... even on this show, when we have to be like...
We're always
feel
dancing
like a
around
faggot,
stuff.
Because
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we even hiding from?
Right.
We should come out and we should just be like, fuck you, all the
Right.
time.
Yeah, we
and
should.
that's your point, is ultimately whatever you want to do as an adult, do whatever you
It's
want to do.
totally fine.
As long as it's not hurting anybody.
I
don't
have...
sexualize kids. Don't give kids
Exactly.
life-changing surgeries.
Exactly. Like,
When they're-
why is that a Nazi opinion? What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
When I was
12, I
friends.
wanted to be a professional golfer.
Same.
I thought that was going to be my life.
Imagine if they injected...
You thought you were going to work for the mob. Imagine you getting mob surgery at
Imagine
12.
my mom and dad, they start dressing me up in fucking weird Tony Soprano shirts.
Pinstripe
They
suits.
give me like a gun. Can you imagine that? I'd say you're a fucked up parent and you're mentally ill.
Yeah.
I'm so sick
They
of
let you
this
run a
shit.
waste management
I'm
business.
so
they start
sick
giving
of
you
feeling-
Italian surgery, making you bald.
We
so
feel
you look like a mobster.
Giving you man tits.
Right.
You guys, we all feel alone all the time. And we found these beautiful people online that love our comedy and whatever, and thank you so much.
Yeah.
But even then, we're still kind of I don't know. And
Constantly,
I feel
yeah.
the same way, and I'm sick of feeling that
We've
way.
lived amongst it
'Cause
for
I
10
don't
years
know-
out here.
I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore.
Well, you know how many times I got reprimanded out in public by people constantly, and I got accused of being a homophobic person, a very racist person, I get write-ups on fucking Facebook by people. People would attack me in the comments.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
By the way, a guy that defended me once in the comments was James Austin Johnson, who's on the only funny
who
guy
has
on the show.
retweeted me and is an incredibly
Hilarious
talented,
guy.
hilarious person, and I love James, and we've
So that is good, at least.
and that's cool, but I don't know why. I don't know what happened, man. I got into comedy to make jokes, and all of a sudden, apparently I'm a civil rights leader. That's what it became about.
I was gonna say this needs it was like you're at Black Church or something. There should be people shouting back at you in response, like a big organ play.
we felt it,
happy
bro.
day.
Well, it's the thing that annoys me is people have all these this monolith of thought that you're supposed to subscribe to, and they've completely thrown away their own personal obligations in being a good person to everybody.
Yes.
Because us interacting in that comedy community, we were treated like these fucking pariahs because we didn't say the right things or make the right jokes or have the right opinions publicly. And then everybody we knew who did was a fucking rapist or
Yep.
cheating on their wife,
Yep.
or genuinely treated everyone like shit in every personal interaction in their lives, was a bad person.
Yeah.
We, because we're intelligent people, we don't have to just subscribe to I'm a Marxist or I'm a socialist or I'm this or I'm that. I judge what makes me a good person.
Exactly.
What is the choice that a good person would do, a person who cares about other people would do?
Right.
And I make that decision
Exactly.
on a day-to-day basis.
I'm sick of being thrown into a corner because I fucking know myself. Because we all know who we are, and we're decent people that were whether or not we were raised right, we figured it out.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we're fucking correct most of the time.
Right.
Okay. So I'm so sick of this gaslighting.
Well, I
this
think-
this fucking corporate funded gaslighting is disgusting, and I'm sick of half the time we make jokes on the show. I know, and I do it. I catch myself. I'm like, oh, but I'm like,
Right.
but wait, why? Because of fucking what's happened over the last 8 years.
I'm afraid Seth Simons is going to find something.
Oh, I mean, I hope
Go
he
do a
does.
thing.
Here's the thing. Also, people don't have people's